All right, so there are two different ways I'm going to discuss this, but make sure you stick around for the second one because it is sinister as. All right, so first of all, narcissists just want you to believe that it's your job to regulate their emotions, that it's your job to prevent them from getting angry. And they do this by conditioning you. Anytime that you do something that they don't want you to do, they're going to punish you with some form of anger. That might be a rage episode or it might be the silent treatment. And through the conditioning process, over time, you make the correlation that every time you do XYZ, it makes them angry. And in most cases, XYZ equates to you calling them out for their behavior or trying to hold them accountable for something. And because they've made you feel like their anger is your fault and you bringing these things up is the problem, you've learned over time to not bring these things up to prevent them from getting angry. All right, and now for the really sinister part of this. Some narcissists actually do use you as their emotional regulator by projecting anything they don't want to feel about themselves onto you. Narcissists have created this facade, right? They've created this perfect image of themselves in their head. And when they do something that doesn't align with this perfect facade that they've created that they have to live up to, they experience cognitive dissonance. Believing in the facade that they've created where they're perfect and have good morals and good values, and then going out behind your back and cheating on you. That would trigger shame, which they don't want to feel because shame means you're a bad person, which doesn't match the facade that they've created. So they reject it, and they reject it by projecting it onto you. And that's when they start accusing you of cheating, accusing you of that you're not doing. That way, they don't have to feel it. They put it inside of you instead, so you feel it for them. And now they feel better because they used you to regulate their emotion. Another example, let's say you just called them out for something and they feel exposed and they get angry. They start having a rage episode. Their pupils dilate. They start looking out of control. They will use you as their emotional regulator in that moment by continuing to push you and push you and push you until you snap and you get angry and you start looking out of control just how they were looking. And now in front of them, they have physical evidence that you are the angry one. You're the one who's out of control. In their brain, they can relieve that cognitive dissonance that they're feeling and they can say, oh, look, like they are the angry one. They're the one that's out of control. If you notice in those rage episodes, when you finally snap, narcissists tend to get calmer because you regulated their emotion for them. They want you to carry the burden of all their for them so that they don't have to feel it. And this is really how victims just end up feeling completely out of control, because not only are you carrying your own emotions, but you're carrying theirs as well. And when you're carrying theirs, it can start to make you feel like you're them, which just supports this idea that they've been trying to gaslight you about the whole time, that you're the problem, and you start to believe it.